She didn't just steal my boyfriend, she destroyed a 3-year relationship, and then had the audacity to come back asking for my help like nothing ever happened. I gave that relationship everything. I paid half his rent when he lost his job, I skipped my own birthday just to take care of him when he got sick, and I even drove 40 minutes in the middle of the night because he couldn't handle being alone. I was always there for him, no matter what, and I never once complained about it. I met him when I was 18. He wasn't perfect, but he paid attention in ways that actually mattered. He remembered my coffee order, he knew when I needed space after a long day, and he understood me without me having to explain everything. It felt real, and for a long time, I believed that was enough. Then my sister met him at a family cookout. She looked at me and said she didn't know I had such good taste. I laughed it off at the time, but deep down I knew exactly what that meant, because growing up, if I had something she wanted, she always found a way to take it. After that night, she started showing up more often. She came to family dinners she usually avoided, she started acting unusually friendly, and she found small excuses to be around. Something felt off, but I ignored it because I didn't want to believe what I was thinking. Until the day I went to my mom's house and saw his hoodie lying on the couch. Not just any hoodie, the one I had bought for him. I recognized it instantly, down to the small bleach stain near the pocket and the worn out string he used to chew on when he was thinking. My mom walked in, saw me holding it, and froze. She didn't say a word, but the look on her face told me everything I needed to know. I didn't cry and I didn't scream. I just folded the hoodie, placed it back where it was, and walked out of the house. When I called him later, he didn't even try to deny it. He just said it happened and that he was sorry, like that was supposed to fix anything. I hung up, blocked both of them, and cut them out of my life completely. I changed my number, moved on, and started rebuilding everything on my own. What hurt even more than the betrayal was the silence from my family. Not one person called to check on me, not one person asked if I was okay. I was completely on my own, and I had to pull myself back together without anyone's help. 6 months later, I was finally starting to feel stable again. Not fully healed, but at least I could function without falling apart every day. That's when my mom called me out of nowhere. She told me my sister was 8 months pregnant, the father had left her, and she was about to lose her apartment. She had no money, no preparation, and nothing ready for the baby. Suddenly it was a family emergency, and I was expected to step in and fix everything. My mom kept saying things like, blood is blood, and sisters are supposed to show up for each other no matter what. I just sat there listening, thinking about where all of that energy was when I was the one falling apart, when I couldn't sleep, when I couldn't eat, when I was having panic attacks every single morning before work. Where was my family then? Where was my support? Where was my so-called emergency? There was nothing but silence. That's when it finally clicked for me that in this family, support only goes in one direction. My pain was something I was expected to get over, but my sister's mistakes were something everyone had to come together and fix. I told my mom I loved her, and then I hung up the phone. Since then, my sister has been texting me nonstop. At first, she was apologizing and asking for help, then she became desperate, and now she's angry. She's calling me selfish, cold, and telling me that I'm going to regret turning my back on her. I've read every single message she sent me, and I still haven't replied, because after everything she did, I already know exactly what I won't regret.